Sharona, here with, here with Will again. Man, this is beautiful. We are headed to a dairy farm. Last video we got a lot of good questions about life here in Spain. And the question that we're going to address today is basically our experience being black in Spain. Somebody in the comments was asking how is it interacting with law enforcement? Is there racism and all this thing? So we're going to go to this cool dairy farm and sit down and talk to y'all about that. It's been around for like 150 years. So I'll show you guys that. Hopefully it's open because today's a holiday. But
Another one.
Yeah, there's a holiday on Friday and then again today on Sunday. That's a whole nother video we could make. But yeah, we'll jump into that. We'll get to the dairy farm. If it's not open, find somewhere else and talk to y'all soon.
All right, so we got a question from one of the viewers of our last video that we did, asking what type of racism do we experience or have we experienced in Spain? Have we come across any of it personally? And then what is our experience been with law enforcement? So we'll try to hit all of those. I would say before we dive into this topic, if you are not black, just listen and with the open mind. So I know what.
Don't get defensive.
Yeah. And we say that because we know with topics like this, I guess sensitive topics, people are quick to say, that doesn't exist or there is no racism. So instead of taking that, I guess analogy I would say is if you were trying to learn about construction or something and there was two people who have years of experience as construction and you listen and then tell them that what they're saying is not real or it doesn't happen, that would be kind of crazy. So I guess it's similar. Like we have lived experience being black, and we're gonna
Everywhere we go, every day.
Yeah, every day. So we're gonna speak to that. And if you're not black, I invite you to listen and learn something, or maybe it'll change your perspective, maybe it won't. All right, the first one we want to address is there racism in Spain, or what type of racism there is in Spain? And I think with that, the only thing as two black Americans, we only can compare it to our experience in the States.
What we know.
What we know. Yeah. Do you want to start on that? Or you want me
to
start?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what we've lived and experienced in America to here, it's just a different brand. That doesn't mean that one is worse than the other to me. I mean, if something is wrong, it's wrong. At the same time, I think Europe in general, from my experience, because I've been to Italy, I've been obviously to Spain, the UK, even though they're separate right now. It's just more passive aggressive in their approach to people that don't look like them. If you're different, they still might look at you a certain way or think of you in a different light, but it's not as stern or, I would say, overtly focused into making you feel uncomfortable. I think from what I've experienced so far, even in Verona at least, it's been more so, we'd rather not have you around, And to me, I think it's funny compared to like in America, you see certain imagery or flags or certain posters up in a neighborhood and 100% I should not be here because whoever lives here, whoever commutes here, whoever congregates here does not like me.
Yeah. The type of racism, and a racism I say is like a prejudice. When somebody has prejudice against a person just because of the color of their skin. Mm-hmm. So is there racism here? I'm sure there's. It just takes one person to to feel that way, to say like, oh yeah, there's racism here.
And that one person, it doesn't live in a vacuum either. So
right.
Let's be real. Yeah.
So I don't want to paint like all Spanish people are racist.
Not at all.
There is a form of racism here. It's not like America where, like Will was saying, you know straight away if you're not welcome in a certain area. It's more direct. Where here, I would say it's more, I feel like a superiority, like maybe they are better than you because you're black. But as far as the law enforcement piece, I, again, came in expecting much more attention just because I'm aware I look different. There are many people here that look like us, but I have never been harassed by the police, where in America I can't say the same thing. That's happened to me in America. Here I would say my first interaction with law enforcement was actually when I was riding my bike.
To France?
No, I was actually riding to pick up one of our friends, Marty.
Oh, gotcha.
And I was I was texting on my phone, and the police pulled me over, and I was like, oh man, here we go. And we had a language barrier. They spoke English, and they just told me you're not supposed to be on your phone while you're on the bike, and they let me go without giving me a ticket. It was not like I felt threatened for my life, whereas like there's been instances,
this is gonna escalate.
where in America I've been pulled over for no reason, asked if I had weapons in my car, these type of things. So it's just different experience on that point in terms of police. Like, what's been your experience with police here?
I've had run-ins with cops legitimately like looking for people in Girona because of like, there was an instance in one of the Ramblas, there was a shoplifter. And obviously, if the shoplifter is brown skinned, there ain't a lot of them in Girona at the time. So I'm walking down the block and they stopped me. And I just came from Tramontana actually. So I was like, well, I know Tramontana got cameras, so if you really want to go that deep, we could.
It's a coffee shop here, local coffee shop.
I know how to prove where I just was, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I get it. You came across the first brown person you seen, you're like, hey, where was you? I understand that.
Right.
But then once that was cleared up, it was like, all right, go about your day.
Get out of here. My experience here as a black man has been great.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't want people to think just because we're talking about this, like we're judging Spaniards or Catalans. No, we're not. But it's definitely not like the States, which is all we have to compare our experience to.
Yeah, it's definitely better.
Yeah.
Like 100% in all aspects of life is definitely better. But at the same time, like, it's just a reality, you know? You can't ignore all aspects of reality just because things are better.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
At the same time, our experience is not going to match up to everyone else's experience too. There's going to be plenty of people that could be darker than me or lighter than me that will have no issues or all the issues.
I hope you guys got something from this video. Again, this is meant to be like an interactive type of format. This was a question that we got from one of the viewers. So if you want to know something specifically, leave a comment on this video and we'll get to it. We plan to get to knock all of them out from the last video. Everybody that commented and said what they're interested in knowing, we're going to get to that one at a time. So if you want to know something, you're curious, let us know, and we'll see you in the next video.